We have the Hunter Brothers on Pure Country. So nice to have you guys on. It's been too long since we've done
It
this.
has been. Hi, Shannon.
Way too long.
Way too long. And we're missing Dusty, but you guys still have way more, company than I do in my Zoom, which I'm jealous of.
That's good. We can kind of stretch out a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. We're not so
Yeah.
squashed in the
Yeah, it's
frame.
very breathable here now.
We do miss Dusty though, but congratulations. Kind of. I'm here. So new music, you guys teased fans, a new chapter was coming for you guys. What made you decide on this new chapter of music to kind of kick off 2022 with new tunes and going with peace, love, and country music?
Yeah, well, I mean, new music is always in the works. And for this particular chapter, we kind of wanted to identify with very specific territories of our life. And so we look at a song like All Night that came out and was picked up by the NHL playoffs, which is a super exciting moment. But we've been talking about having a hockey kind of rock anthem. And we finally landed it in a writing session that went actually very, very quickly. And then one day we were going to hop on a write with Seth Mosley and James McNair, who we love. And you could just tell that the vibe in the room was very, very positive. It was going to be one of those days. And we hopped into it, and the conversation was really around how easy it is for there to be polarizing opinions and vantage points, and why don't we actually come back to the commonalities that make us human at the end of the day. And so it was just this easy phrase of peace, love, country music that really encapsulates who we are. We've talked about it. We were just talking about it that, faith, family, country music is something we've talked about, but this kind of reframes it in a different type of language.
Yeah.
And it's just a statement that we kind of wanted to establish this new chapter with, because it's so imperative that coming out of the last 2 years that, people rally around the positive things, and that our words that we choose definitely can either build up or tear down. So we wanted to establish it with that. And then we're moving into some other tunes that really reflect the agriculture side of things that we're very excited about. There's definitely some twists and turns coming. Get ready. Gear up.
Oh, I'm excited. And I just know that when that kind of stuff starts coming from you guys, some epic videos also follow with that. So I'm like, woohoo.
Get ready. Put your seatbelt on.
I can't wait. So obviously, anyone who follows you guys and knows your story and loves your music like I do, we know that obviously country music is a big thing in your lives. Love, you guys have incredible, beautiful families, wives, children. Congratulations, by the way, Brock. I haven't seen you since you got married. But the peace part of it, I just want to know, because, you guys, your life is crazy a lot of the time with just work outside of country music, and then putting a very busy touring schedule this summer, which looks incredible on top of that. And anyone who has children knows how busy that is. So it's a busy time for you guys. What do you, each of you, I want to know, do to find peace and kind of just escape all of that crazy hustle and bustle?
For me, I'm going to kick it off, but airplanes, flying, it's amazing how kind of the weight of the world, and you have long work days and recording music and doing social media and family. And thank you, by the way. Yes, I'm thrilled. She's an amazing girl. When I can get up in the air, it kind of how the worries of the world leave for the moment, and my head is completely in the airplane and up in the sky, up in the clouds.
My stomach is turning just thinking of that's the last place I'm going to just be peaceful. But I love that you have that in your life for you. JJ, what about you? What's your thing that kind of brings you that calm in your mind?
It's an ongoing work in progress of trying to do that and find that balance, because it is, life can get carried away, and you realize your kids. My oldest daughter's going to be 10 already this year. And it's like, wow, she's more than halfway being out of the house. And so trying to capitalize on those little moments, we do little things, like we've got a little tradition that Sunday night we sit down and we play a card game together with the girls. That's just something that, finding those moments of real intentionality with each of them, the bedtime before they go to bed. Now, in busy season on the farm, that doesn't always happen, but trying to find those moments. For me personally, I found a huge love in in gardening and trees and all of this. So if I can go back out into the yard and work on the garden, or just work out in the trees, I don't know, there's something there that for me, I just find a great deal of peace. The girls call it Daddy's happy place, and so
Well,
they
come on
know.
over. We have a lot of gardening and tree planting to do. So anytime you need to find some peace, you are officially invited. Ty, what about you? What's your thing that you go for? I know you and your wife takes amazing pictures, by the way, but like, you guys got your coffee shop and everything.
Yeah, there's a few different things that come to mind. I like dreaming about new show ideas. That tends to be something, if I'm on a walk or a run, then I kind of just conceptualize ideas. And so I think like anything to do with creating in almost any capacity. I was just in HomeSense yesterday, and I was like picking out like markers and books that had to do with creativity. And so just creating constantly is something for me. And then I like writing, and I like having a good cup of coffee. You spoke to it. So actually just kind of sitting somewhere, drinking a cup of coffee, writing, praying, just kind of that side of things. So that's probably it for me.
Good for you to go to HomeSense and come home with like creative things like markers. I come home with like 5 baskets I don't
Yeah,
need.
I know. Believe me, Lizzie was another story, but we'll save that for some of that. Gave me anxiety, but
I find peace the same way I do, by buying things I just don't need. Luke, what about you? Like, what's your thing? I know you guys, I don't think this would have brought peace, but you just had a big move into a beautiful new home. That seemed like a lot of work.
Yeah, that was definitely not peaceful. No, it's been a lot of fun, and it's been really exciting. But for me, part of it, I would say, is similar to JJ in the sense that with the families, you try and find just specific moments, carve out specific times that you can kind of get, even if it's just an hour, where you can be really intentional with either the kids or with my wife, Lindsay, just something where you can just kind of escape and get away just for a brief moment. That's definitely plays into it for me. This past year has been hard because typically my escape for those peaceful things is in the mornings. It's been my time to go. I go to the gym. I work out, early before kind of the kids get up, and it allows me just to blow off steam, to kind of, like Brock said, just be in my own headspace away from everything else. With the surgeries and the injuries and everything, I haven't been able to do that this past year. So it's weighed pretty heavy on me. But typically that has been my escape the last few years, is being able to just go to the gym and kind of do my thing there before the day really gets rolling.
Well, we will say lots of prayers that you get to start doing that more, because I know just getting 30 minutes to myself doing some sort of activity like that changes my whole mindset. So it is super important. Now, I was just looking at your summer touring schedule this year, and I know if you've seen the Hunter Brothers before, there's always exciting things that happen that you're not expecting. Can you give us any teasers, if there is any like new parts of the show that you guys are going to be putting on stage, without giving away too much?
I think there's always well, it's always fun putting together the ideas for new songs, and so because there's always new music, it always creates that opportunity to really put together the show in a way that surrounds the songs. And I think the fun part about them is the songs that we're adding, they were ones that specifically we wanted to put out for a reason. And so anytime you have those opportunities to play those songs and then create that kind of what you want to say and how they want to feel, how you want them to feel, and how you want to try to relay that to the audience, creates opportunity. And so every step of the way, every time you take another step in the journey of music, there creates new opportunities. And so starting to add things like lights and those type of things in ways as you start to take later and later positions on shows and whatnot, it creates other opportunities that you maybe didn't have when you were first starting out and playing in the daylight or whatever. And so those are all fun things that we've been exploring over the last while to really dig in, and hopefully we're able to relay that to the family.
What he's trying to say is JJ is doing a Bollywood solo. So you can plan for that.
Wow, I am excited.
So are we.
Yeah, I bet. I know that's going to be
kind of
great.
beating around it, but I'm just going to say it straight up. So. Also, question for you guys: peace. How do you manage like having a 2-year-old and finding peace? Because I find that you guys are like my kids, and I'm like, right now,
Yeah.
fun, but it's
When
not.
you guys
people
give that
unless they're
answer to
sleeping.
Ty, send it my way, because I'm in the phase of like, our child doesn't walk, he just runs everywhere, and he thinks that he's a singer, but let me tell you, he's not, and yells a lot for sure. So last thing, I just want to ask, with the shows and stuff that you guys are playing this year, with new music coming out, I feel like it's got to be tough because you guys are putting new music out so often. You have so many hits from back then. Do you find it hard to, like, if you only have a 30-minute set, what songs are you like, absolutely not, I cannot cut from the set?
Well, it's actually funny you say that, because I remember back when we had El Dorado and that was it, and you waited for that one moment, like right before, and people would then come to the stage. You're trying to entertain them before that. And then it kind of morphs into the 30-minute set, exactly like you said, where you have to find ones. I mean, it goes without saying that Lost, Born and Raised, Those Are the Nights definitely have to be in there.
Right.
Silver Lining now has become one. Yeah. Silver Lining was one that we didn't actually get to perform as much as we would have liked to, because it was just kind of coming up as the pandemic happened. But on the flip side of it, it's been a tremendous amount of fun to play. Yeah, been a minute now. It's
Well, yeah, and to speak to, because a lot of those are upbeat, fun,
Right.
you know, just positive. Whereas then we've had a couple of songs like Hard Dirt. It's still at this point my favorite song that we've ever recorded, and we've not really been able to play it a whole lot and speak to different sides, because obviously we want the general message to be positive and upbeat and family, but we've walked through some hardships and different tough things, you know,
Yep.
really hard things as well. And so to speak to that as well, so I'm really excited to play a couple of those. Yeah, a little bit more to the core heart songs as well. So
That's a good problem for you guys to have so many good songs that it's hard to pick which ones you're going to have to cut from your set. But we are so excited that you guys are going to be back out this summer. I'm going to see you guys in like 3 weeks, I think, at Cavendish Beach Music Festival, which is going to be so fun.
Sweet.
I'm like, what can I get you guys to do on stage in between sets? I'm going to have some ideas, that's for sure.
hey,
already
Bollywood. I know now, we're doing Bollywood dances. Awesome. Well, we are definitely going to spread the word of Peace, Love, and Country Music Week that you guys have talked about, and we'll encourage all the Pure Country fans to jump on board. And I cannot wait to see you guys in a few weeks.
Yeah,
Amazing.
well, thank you, Sean, and
Yeah.
part of us even having the opportunity to have some songs that we can perform live is because of the support that you've given, and we thank you so much for supporting us and our music and our career all the way along. It's yeah.
Always. I love you guys. You guys are my fave, and I am so excited to get to actually see you guys play a live show. I think the last time was Beer Fest, and that was in summer 2019. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It was in the midst of a very crazy run too, so
Yeah.
we can we'll really look forward to seeing you, and can't wait to play live music again.
Yay. Thank you, Hunter Brothers, for joining us on Pure Country, and we will see you guys soon.
Thanks, Shannon.